When you think of speed, efficiency, and timeless design in general aviation, one name always comes up: Mooney. The Mooney M20 is a living legend, a sleek, fast, fuel-sipping aircraft that's been turning heads since the 1950s. In this flight test, we dive deep into what makes the M20 still competitive in 2025 and why pilots can't stop praising its ability to go to 100 miles per hour while sipping just 10 gallons per hour. Let's start with some background. The Mooney M20 lineage began in 1955 with wood tails and evolved into a modern aluminum bullet. Over the decades, the model matured through versions like the M20J to 101, M20K to 131, and the turbocharged M20TN Acclaim. While production has stopped and restarted a few times, the aircraft's core identity has remained: a fast cruiser built for pilots who want more from their experience. Our flight test aircraft is a Mooney M20J, often called the 201 for its advertised top speed of 201 miles per hour. That may sound modest in today's world of Cirruses and Technams, but the Mooney still holds its own. Its signature forward swept tail and low-drag design make it one of the most efficient airframes ever produced. It's a sports car with wings, built for cross-country cruising at altitude. Taxiing the M20 feels surprisingly light. The narrow gear track requires finesse, but it's not unwieldy. Once you line up on the runway and push the throttle, the Mooney surges ahead with confidence. The 200 horsepower Lycoming i0360 doesn't roar, it growls with authority. The aircraft feels eager to fly, and before you know it, you're off the ground, climbing at 1,000 feet per minute. Climb performance isn't where the M20 breaks records, but it's respectable. At 90 to 100 knots indicated airspeed, you'll see consistent climb rates with engine temperature staying in the green. And once you level off at 8,000 to 10,000 feet, that's where the Mooney's magic kicks in. Pull the power back, lean to peak efficiency, and you'll see 170 to 180 knots true airspeed on just 9.5 to 10 gallons per hour. That's where the Mooney M20 earns its stripes efficiency. 200 miles per hour at 10 GPH means you're burning less fuel than some SUVs while covering distance like a turboprop. That speed-to-burn ratio is unmatched in its class. The Mooney was doing eco-flying long before it was cool. With a full tank, you're looking at a range of over 800 nautical miles with reserves. That's non-stop from Chicago to Denver. The handling characteristics are sharp and responsive. Roll rate is quick, pitch is sensitive, and the rudder authority is precise. It's not a trainer, it's an aircraft that demands your attention. But that's exactly what experienced pilots love about it. You feel connected to the aircraft. Every control input translates immediately into a result. It's confidence building once you master the rhythm. Visibility from the cockpit is excellent, though the narrow fuselage makes the cabin feel snug compared to modern composite aircraft. But everything you need is within reach. The panel in this test aircraft has been upgraded with the Garmin G3X touch system, digital engine monitoring, and autopilot integration. The result is a blend of analog muscle and modern glass. The gear mechanism is unique to Mooney. It's electric, fast, and extremely reliable. It adds to the performance but requires regular inspection. Landing the M20 takes practice. That slippery airframe wants to float, so speed control is essential. Come into fast, and you'll eat up runway quickly. But nail the numbers, typically 70 knots over the fence, and you'll roll out with precision and grace. On short final, flaps extended, gear down, and RPM set, the Mooney settles in with that classic tail low stance. You flare gently, and the main gear kisses the runway. The aircraft slows efficiently on its own, aided by the clean aerodynamic brakes. Even at high-density altitudes, it feels sure-footed. The Mooney's wing loves to fly, but it also knows how to land like a pro. So how does a 60-year-old design hold up in today's flying world? Surprisingly well. The Mooney M20 still outperforms many modern piston singles in speed, range, and economy. Yes, it's older. Yes, parts and support take more planning. But the airframe is solid, the engineering is brilliant, and its value in performance per dollar is unmatched, especially for experienced owners who know how to fly smart. Let's talk ownership. Mooney owners tend to be loyal for life. Operating costs are low. Expect around $100, $150 per hour depending on insurance, maintenance, and hangar. Insurance can be higher for low-time pilots, but training helps. The airframe is rugged, and many Moonies have 5,000 plus hours on the logbook with plenty of life left. Parts are available, though sometimes it takes patience. Annual inspections range from $2,500 to $4,000 on average, depending on the aircraft's condition and upgrades. The gear system, fuel tanks, and control linkages are known inspection points. But there's no major AD that's been a deal breaker. The M20's build quality is legendary, and many mechanics say it's one of the best built piston aircraft ever made. It's a classic that never feels outdated. Let's do some numbers. For $120,000 to $100,000, you can get a well-maintained Mooney M20J with a mid-time engine and solid avionics. That's half the price of an entry-level Cirrus. And while the Cirrus has airbags and parachutes, the Mooney gives you raw performance, IFR capability, and cross-country speed that rivals some light twins. It's not for everyone, but for the right pilot, it's a dream. There's a reason Mooney pilots walk faster. The M20 is not just a means of transport, it's a passion machine. It rewards precision, it punishes laziness. But if you're the type who loves slipping through mountain passes at 12,000 feet, covering 5 states in a morning, and doing it all on 10 gallons per hour, the Mooney is for you. It's part aircraft, part legacy, and all performance. Even today, with sleek carbon fiber planes everywhere, the M20's silhouette still draws attention on the ramp. It's a reminder that speed and efficiency don't require cutting corners. Mooney engineered every inch of this airframe to cheat drag and maximize airflow. It's more than just beautiful, it's brilliantly aerodynamic. A flying machine designed with purpose, not excess. During our test flight, the aircraft handled turbulence with ease. The rigid wing and dense build give it a reassuring ride, even in chop. At cruise, it felt planted, stable, and agile. You're not just monitoring the plane, you're part of it. It doesn't isolate you from flight, it immerses you in it. For many Mooney lovers, that's the exact reason they keep coming back. Sure, it's not a beginner's airplane. If you're fresh off your check ride, a Cherokee 172 might be better for building habits. But as a step-up aircraft, the Mooney M20 is exceptional. It teaches you energy management, planning, and smooth flying. It encourages you to think ahead, fly smart, and respect momentum. And when you do, it rewards you with every knot and every mile. The Mooney M20 also carries history in its logbook. From Vietnam-era veterans to transcontinental record breakers, the M20 has stories. It's flown across oceans, over mountains, and into the hearts of thousands of pilots. Every creak of its cabin and every notch on its trim wheel carries the DNA of decades of aviation excellence. Flying one is like holding a piece of history in your hands. With the recent surge in interest in used aircraft, Moonies are gaining attention again. They're the ultimate value play for pilots who prioritize performance. And for those considering their first real cross-country machine, the M20J and M20K offer an unbeatable combo of speed and economy. Fly smarter, go farther, burn less, that's the Mooney mantra, and it still holds true in 2025. So is the Mooney M20 still worth flying in the modern era? Absolutely. It's a rocket ship for pilots who want more speed, more control, more range, and more challenge. It's not the flashiest, it doesn't have a parachute. But it gives you something rare in aviation today: honesty. The M20 will do everything you ask of it if you respect it and fly it like it was meant to be flown.